What's going on, guys? We're out here.
Welcome to the channel where we're building an Audi A7 and end up potentially blowing up the M4.
We went to Cars and Coffee this morning, and somebody decided to act a fool coming home.
I did 7 burnouts. I heat sucked in my car. Good day.
It was a good day. So what I think happened, it's literally dumping raw fuel into the motor. I believe that he has injectors stuck open. Thought it was his port injection. We unhooked the port injection, still leaking like crazy. So we're gonna pull the injectors out, turn the fuel rail over, and see if we have any leaking injectors. We hooked the tow strap up to his, and we towed it back here with the Porsche with our little $20 Walmart tow strap. Worked pretty well, except for the fact that his $10 tow hook for his car broke in the middle of an intersection. So the Audi's in the garage. We're gonna get busting on that here in just a minute. It was to figure out if there's something majorly wrong with it.
Well, yeah. Either way, we definitely have to do an oil change. But the thing doesn't want to run. And when it was cranking, spitting fuel out. White smoke, you can't really see through it. I'm just worried about the engine itself, flooding it as bad as it got. I've heard people like blowing up their engines by a stuck open injector, really. And I was on it too. It wasn't like I was cruising. So I'm a little skeptical on the engine's health. And I also want to confirm and make sure it's injectors, because I know it's flooding in there. We think it's a stuck open injector, but it can also be like a spark, like a major problem where it's just spitting fuel in there, but it can't ignite. So that's also another theory. Let's just get this thing taken apart. We have a time lapse going, and then hopefully we'll be on the Audi A7 with good news about this car pretty quick. Super quick to go ahead and dismantle this thing. So we're down to the turbos. You can see the injectors. I ordered some S63 injectors thanks to Matt at Cedar Performance. So that might be more power, baby. But no, we're gonna go ahead and head inside to the garage so that we can start doing the rear diffuser on the Audi A7. While I'm doing that rear diffuser, some other guys are installing a rack for our wraps, and then we're gonna start sanding this bad boy down. Here's the rear diffuser that we have used for the A7, and well, it had a exhaust tip. And we cut that off in the video, and it does not line up with the quad exhaust. You can see how it does not fit. So what we're thinking about doing is just cutting it along that line and all the way across, and just cut it out. It'll be a big hole and go from there. So the whole car is completely dismantled. Everything is off of this car. So now it's time to start sanding in basically every single panel. I thought the roof was gonna have to get sanded in too, but I was wrong. We're sanding that down too. So we just got a lot of body repair to do. We got a lot of body work, bro.
We do got a lot of body work ahead of us.
So we need to grab a sandpaper and start sanding.
But I like watching you work. This is Bryce. Bryce works with me at an undisclosed location. We are not going to worry about where that is, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this is Chris, his younger brother. Also, another thing that me and Bailey have also found out about this car has...
Oh, it's got a story. You're talking about the story.
Yeah.
This thing's been resprayed, guys.
Not resprayed.
Resprayed.
Like,
okay, it has a whole new
rebuilt.
door. The whole side, and it has a bunch of orange peel.
You can tell that door has been replaced because that was a black door at one point.
We kind of knew this like when we first started working on the car though.
When I first bought the car, I took it to one of my buddies. He's like, man, this thing has been oversprayed. Because it had overspray all inside the door jambs on the driver's side. Also, you can tell this door was black at one point in time too. It's chipping right here. Of course, it's not on the Carfax. All this is black in here and this paint's just chipping away. in through here. It's already been fixed by somebody off the books.
Chance and I have sanded down most of the entire car. There's not as much damage as I thought, but there's definitely something on like every single panel. Like I said, that's like one item. Chance disappeared. He went to go get some items like a clay bar. So the paint where we didn't have sand down, if you feel it with your hand, it's really rough. And I just don't want to wrap that because you might see the divots and it might just not stick as well. On the front, I'm about to get the Bondo out. I'm gonna start Bondoing the living crap out of this hood. You can see all the holes. Remember that this hood is getting replaced. We have a carbon fiber one that is on order, but it's been back ordered. I think we have like 3 months left of waiting as long as that does not change. So in the meantime, we're gonna fix this hood, but it still didn't, so it won't be perfect. I'm super excited because pretty soon, I feel like within the next day, we're gonna be wrapping this bad boy. It's gonna look so good. So this is like a Bondo kit, and you're only supposed to do like half a hardener of this, which there's not that much in it. That's probably a little bit more than half, probably too much. And then you do half that for a whole filler. And then once you get it, you only have a couple of minutes. So as soon as I mix it, I gotta like seriously mix it. You don't have that much time. What's weird about this Bondo is that you only get like 3-4 minutes to apply it to the car, like once it's fully mixed. And then once you do that, you gotta let it dry on the car for about 30 minutes. Like right here, there's still a pretty good sized divot. So I'm gonna put it towards the front, and then you'll go ahead and put it against the car, and you kind of squeeze down, and you run over it. You don't squeeze too hard though, because obviously you don't want to dig into that hole. I'm gonna do just a little bit more. I'd rather too thick than have to do it again. So again, I'm probably doing it too thick, but I'd rather do too thick. Get that off, and then here's another little spot that I missed. See the high points? I can't get in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up. You see how it filled up, pretty nice. Now we have another spot on the back. We also hammered it in a little bit. You can't really see the dent, but there is some there. Since this is a, has 2 angles, you start on the top, right there, and go down. I'll have to do it again. And go ahead and same thing. And then we'll have to make that line when we sand it. But looks good. And now we have to go up here to the hatch. This one will require some. Place it there. Boom. Boom, ba, boom. Pretty nice. And then I think that's it, right? So all we have left is go ahead and sand that down. And then when we're done, should we do a wrap reveal today? What color is the car gonna be? It may have been in the background of this video a few times.
Yeah, it was.
But it hasn't been a close-up, so there's that as well. I think we should do a wrap. Yeah, we'll do a wrap. Hang on.
That'll be our mod for this video. I sanded everything down to bare metal. You can see where it's still a little bit, and then I put white primer on. I'll sand it again smooth. That way the wrap has something really solid to stick to, and it's not just gonna flake off.
Check this out. So this used to have so many dents and it's completely smooth. Other than this one spot, you can tell it technically needs more Bondo up to that line. So it's a little bit shallow, but you can't really feel it. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Again, this hood is ruined and we are replacing it. So I don't care to go and make that perfect because it's just for like a month or two. Because you can't feel it, I doubt you'll be able to see it. If I was gonna keep this hood permanently, I would definitely put a lot more Bondo in that spot. Again, you can't feel it though. There's a spot on the door. It looks really good. It's really smooth. You won't be able to see it. There's where the main dent was. This is kind of the last area, and you have to do this one by hand because it's got a lot of curvature to it. You can't really get in depth there. And then we have all the little divots and chips corrected on the door, and they're already kind of painted over, you can kind of see it. And then this was really rough. It looks way better. That's as broken as it was last time you saw it, and that is ready for wrap. In the background, you've probably seen these hang up behind me.
Ultra gloss piano black, I think is what they call it.
Apparently it's really, really good. And it's hard to tell because it's dusty and there's a clear on it, but I think that's gonna look really good. Now the main color of this car
is ultra gloss candy gray.
So you can see how shiny it is, and what's really cool about this wrap is it's not a flat color, it's actually a pearly color.
There's blue flake, there's like some green flake, yellow even, I think. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous. Bodywork's done, dismantling's done, clay bar done. So throughout the next week, I just have to work as we go along. We're gonna wrap probably 1 panel or 2 panels at a time to try to be very meticulous with this car. That's it, stay tuned. Link in the descriptions, comment, subscribe, like, you know what to do. And we'll catch you guys later.
Ready for version 2.
No.
But again, I want you guys to check these things out one more time. It looks super aggressive, and maybe we should do a mirror delete. So which one I get? And then this car, sad, Ripperino.
At least your motor's not blown again.